Amazon Prime Day starts now, June 23rd through the 26th of 2026. So if you're watching this and it's after midnight, you already missed a bunch of deals. I know some of you are going to stop the video, scroll right down to the description, and start clicking on links in there, which is great, but you're going to miss out on the giveaways. I got 3 radios I'm giving away during this video, so be sure you watch all the way through to figure out where the different parts are for the giveaway and do the thing in order to enter. All you got to do is be in the continental United States, and we will get these things shipped out to you right away. I'm going to tell you how to win as we go through the video. So without further ado, let's get started with the deals. You guys know I have a really good relationship with Redivis, and Redivis gave me all of their deals as a heads up. You're going to see some prices on the screen here. Those prices are because I am recording this several days before Prime Day, and they're not on the website at Amazon to show you. So don't worry about the price that's on the screen. You should see a different price when you go to visit Amazon and click on the links that are in the description down below for these guys. So I'm going to go through and tell you a little bit about these radios, a little bit about what I know, and hopefully have some fun with this. This is the Ilance HD2 DMR radio with GPS, Bluetooth, dual band, waterproof, kind of rugged, and big, huge battery. It comes with an earpiece and a whole bunch of other stuff. I did a live stream where I went through a batch of these guys that came back from Amazon returns, and outside of firmware updates, they were all good, and they went right back out to the new hands of loving users. So that's the HD2. Next one up is the HA1G. So we've got 2800 milliamp hour battery. It does repeaters. It has USB-C charging, and they say it's good for off-road and emergency. So you can use this in your off-road group with your GMRS license. The HA1UV is the ham band version, U for UHF and V for VHF, of the HA1G GMRS radio. So all the same stuff, obviously still good for off-road and emergency communications, but now it's on the ham bands. It does NOAA weather, it's got SOS, it has a 2800 milliamp hour battery, USB-C charging, comes with the dock and the lanyard and the cable and all kinds of other stuff. Next up, we have the Ilance H1 DMR radio. The Ilance H1 DMR radio is their new flavor, and it's got the encryption if you're using it with your appropriate business licenses in your appropriate business frequencies, but not for ham radio, because hams aren't allowed to do encryption. It comes with a 2900 milliamp hour battery Type C, and it is long range. But one of the cool things about this radio is that it has APRS and GPS to help you get that signal out. And that brings us to our first giveaway, the Redivis HD1. This is a dual band, dual time slot DMR radio. It's got the Motorola connector on the side of it, but this is also in that rugged category, waterproof and so on. IP67, 3200 milliamp hour battery, 200,000 plus contacts, all kinds of wonderful features. What I need you to do in order to win this is put down the HD1 is older than the HD2 inside of a comment on the video below, and that will get you what you need to do in order to enter in. I'm going to pick a random person who put that comment in and reach out to them. You don't necessarily have to be a ham, but what I'm going to do is, if you won, I'm going to reply to your comment with the link for what to do because you won, and then we'll be able to get all your information and take it from there. I'm going to do the drawing after Prime Day has closed, so give me a couple of days to let the video go out, let some people otherwise enter besides just you, and we'll take it from there. Back to the deals. This is the HS4 10-meter export radio, and what that means, if you're not familiar with 10-meter export radios, is it kind of looks like an older CB style, kind of back to that legendary CB kind of look to it. So it's a little bit bigger than a small ham radio would be, but also a little bit smaller than what a big ham radio would be. And this thing is good for 10 meters. There is a jumper inside that you can open it up and get it onto different frequencies than just 10 meters. But this has some really cool features, and I've got a lot of experience with this because I've gotten a bunch of them come through the channel for Amazon return, replacement, repair type deals, and they've all worked. They've all worked great. Not a problem with them. So if this is your jam, then you probably already know what this thing is, but this will be on a Prime Day special. And again, the price on the screen is not the same price that it's going to be on Prime Day. It's just the price that I can show you because I'm recording this before Prime Day. Next deal. This one here has got to be one of my more favorite radios. The price on this is fantastic. It's $125 on screen as you see it here. It's going to be on some kind of Prime Day discount deal. Not 100% sure what the deal is going to be, but they tell me that it's going to be on a deal. And this one looks like it comes with a dual band mag mount antenna as well. So all you need to do is bring a power station to this thing, you know, bring 12-ish volts to it and you will be fine. I guess the main concern with these guys, why I see them through my Amazon returns process all the time, is because on 2 meters, they put out about 16 to 20 watts, and on 70 centimeters, they put out about 25 watts, which is what they're rated. And for some people, that really matters, and for other people, they kind of understand that when the car says 600 horsepower, when the gas pedal hasn't been pushed, it's 0 horsepower. It's kind of one of those things where it can do up to 25, but doesn't necessarily always do 25 under all conditions at all times. So to me, that's not a deal breaker, especially not for this price. That's less than $6 a watt. I'm sure that on the Prime Day sale, it's going to be even lower than $6 a watt, which puts this into Baofeng price territory. 20 bucks is 20 bucks, you know, as my friend Mikey says. But I have a lot of fun with this radio just because it's simple and, you know, you can't really hurt it, and it does the thing and it works really well. Next up, we've got the RA79. This one is going to be another giveaway. So I'm going to need you to stop everything you're doing, scroll down to the comment section and type in the comment section, the RA79 is hackable. The RA79 is hackable. And the reason why I say that is because this radio right here is actually the clone, the what do they call that? The Quansheng and Retevis clothing that everybody had done a bunch of hacking on a couple of years back. And so lots of fun to be had for this radio. 22 bucks for this, and if you hack it and you mess it up, at least you had fun trying. But a lot of people have had great success with hacking this radio and having a lot of fun with it and getting way more than $22 worth of value out of this deal. And again, Prime Day sale, going to be a little bit of a lower price. Do I even have what the price is going to be? Oh, 35% off is what they're telling me on this one. So again, scroll down, do the description thing, type in the comment, we'll pick a winner. A couple of days go by, so everybody has a chance to enter and win. We will do the drawing, and I will leave you a reply if you are the winner that says that you are the winner. So just make sure that you have all your YouTube comment notification stuff turned on, or you come back and look at your own comment and see if you've won, you know, on the upcoming weekend, I guess. This guy here, this is the Retevis MA1. This is a dual band radio, and it is very similar in concept to the ICOM IC2730 radio. It's got a really cool, sexy display to it. But what I thought was fun about this radio is this one here, I actually did a 2-meter FM POTA activation. And you got to kind of cheat a little bit because a lot of people don't listen to oddball frequencies on 2-meter FM. So you're not going to really get heard all that well. You're not allowed to POTA from a repeater unless that repeater happens to be orbiting the planet in space, which this radio will contact space orbiting repeaters. So you could do that. But the trick that I used was I programmed in all the repeaters that were in the area on terrestrial repeater type things on towers and contacted them. And I asked very politely, very nicely, if anybody would like to QSY over to a different frequency and make a QSO so that I can get it logged for POTA. And they were more than happy to do that, because who doesn't want a 2-meter contact in their POTA log from somewhere outside of, you know, sometimes people do 2-meter contacts inside the park and call it park to park, which is perfectly legal, but some people frown upon that and want the distance, the DX for the LX kind of thing going on there. And also you can do the same thing on 5.2. You can complete the contact on 5.2 because it's not a repeater, but some people might get a little hurt. Some people might get a little sad ham on you if you do a full-on park activation on 5.2. So you can call on 5.2, start chatting with people. If you get really busy, then move over to a different frequency. Kind of advertise for your POTA. And that's what I did with this radio, and it was a lot of fun. So I had some fun with that. Let's see what else is next. The RT85. This is kind of a bare bones, no frills little radio. It does the thing, 28 bucks. 2-way radio for survival preppers, snowstorm, off-grid. And this is a 2-pack for 28 bucks, so super cheap. 15 bucks a radio-ish? Not bad at all. 2 antennas, 2 batteries, 2 chargers, 2 belt clips, 2 lanyards, 2 radios. The RT85 from Retevis. And that one's going to be on sale. What do we got for that one? 45% off. They might as well just hand it to you. Just give it to you. This is the kind of thing where if you're a ham radio club, when Prime Day rolls around, go get like a 10-pack of these things for 45% off. A 10-pack, a 2-pack, that's 20 radios, and hand them out to your new club members as they sign up and pay their first month's worth of dues. And they might actually owe you change. Cool. What's next? The MB1. This is actually pretty cool. It comes with an antenna. This is the Retevis MB1. It's $87 with my business discount of 27% off. So the price is going to be a little bit different. but I'm hearing 30% off is what they're telling me behind the scenes over at Retevis. This radio here is actually kind of interesting. It's a little mini CB radio. I mean, it'll fit in the palm of your hand. I've got big hands, so maybe it might not, but it's about cell phone size kind of deal in terms of two of the three dimensions. But inside there is a little jumper that you can solder a wire across, or a jumper pad that you can create a jump across in order to create a shunt across in order to turn this thing into a ham radio. And it's actually clean on transmit. It does AM and FM. It doesn't do sideband, but it's fun to play with these things, and it's fun to see what they do, and it's fun to play around with radios. And this is an affordable entry gateway into playing around with radios. What else do we got? We have the Ilunce HA2 ham radio. This one has Bluetooth app control, APRS, GPS. It's programmable by Chirp, dual band, handheld ham radio, waterproof, aviation reception, 2800 milliamp hour battery with NOAA and emergency alert. Alert. That one will be on a nice sale. It's showing up as $90 now for the radio, and the HA2, 22% off discount. The RA89R. I don't know if I have seen this radio yet, but it is going to be on a discount, and this is the ham version of this radio, because they also have an RA89G, which is the GMRS version of this radio. Looks like it is app programmable and quad band reception. GMRS is a single band, so I don't know why they're telling you that. Maybe it can receive the 2 ham bands and NOAA, and those are the 3 extra bands it's talking about, which probably means there's like a 3-finger salute type deal. On the where is it? The HA1G and the HA1UV, there was a weird thing you could do where you would get the HA1G, and then you would put the latest firmware of the HA1UV on it, and then you would use the HA1G's code plug software, which was better than the HA1UV's code plug software. And this is what hams do. We experiment, we go down the rabbit hole, we play with things, and we find ways to make things do things they weren't supposed to do, which is kind of a fun thing about the hobby. So maybe that's what's going on with the RA89R and the RA89G. I don't know yet, but maybe. I mean, they look like they're the exact same radio box, so it's probably the exact same radio guts, and then there's just a firmware lock to make sure that you're kept honest on GMRS, because the government don't like it when you have a radio that can do GMRS and ham. Even though the ham radio license allows you to experiment, the GMRS radio license doesn't. You can't take your ham privileges and then experiment on a GMRS radio and then use it on GMRS. I get it, I don't get it, but common sense and government kind of thing. Next up, the RT3S. $95 for this radio, discount of 20% off. 120,000 contacts makes it sound like it is DMR, which it is. GPS, APRS supports OpenGD77. That is some fun stuff right there. If you guys like to experiment and tinker, and you're ham, so I would imagine you like to experiment and tinker, the OpenGD77 firmware is loved and adored by all who have used it. To know it is to love it, and to love it is to know it. And if you know where that quote comes from, leave a comment in the description down below. The Retevis A3. This is another Quanshang rebadged radio, I believe. I think this is their Tycho Kong or something like that. And this radio has some interesting quirks to it. I did a video on this a while back and found it to be fun to play with. So what we're going to do with this is our giveaway radio. So I need you to comment down in the description below A3 FTW, which stands for the win, because I've got to come up with this stuff on the fly, and it just has to be something that nobody would normally type into the comment section below. If you type that in below, I will run a random comment picker on that probably Saturday after Prime Day closes, so people have enough chance to enter. And if you do get your comment selected, I will reply to that comment with a form to fill out so that you can tell me how to get in touch with you to get this radio into your hands. So make sure you have all your YouTube comment notifications turned on, or you come back and stare at your comment and blink and blink and refresh until it tells you that you've won or not won Saturday. So look on Sunday, I guess. That'd probably be the smart thing to do. We're going off of Amazon here for a second because I want to tell you about the deals over at Red Audio. I use Red Audio batteries quite a lot, and I've had lots and lots of good fortune with them. And let's see, Red Audio has a site-wide 8% off code TO8. So TO8 gets you your 8% off. They have buy more, save more, larger outdoors, 5-year warranty, fast delivery, the biggest discounts of the first half year, double member rewards, 5-year warranty, bigger savings for larger orders, fast and free shipping on their batteries. And got to check it out. They've got a whole bunch of other promotions that are running on this time. They've got preheat sales that have already actually passed June 8th to June 22nd. I think I put out a thing in my newsletter about that. So if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, there is a link in the description down below to get on the newsletter as well, because I do put out deals from time to time on that. There's flash sales on select best-selling products. And so as an example, if you spend $1,000, you get a free camping light. And if you spend $1,600, $1,599, you get a free 12-volt, 12-amp-hour battery along with whatever else you put in the cart and purchased. If you spend $3,099, so $3,100, you get a free 500-amp battery monitor. It's a little shunt that goes between the negative cable on your battery, and then everything runs through it, and you get to tell what all your stuff is doing. And then there's going to be a wrap-up stage from June 27th to July 3rd. Members get another 8% off. 2-pack of batteries, 5% off. 4-pack of batteries, 6% off. 12-pack of batteries, 10% off. And then flash sales on selected best-selling products. So check back all the way from, you missed it in the beginning, June 8th, all the way out to July 3rd. So like almost a whole month's worth of deals there. That is my friends over at Red Audio. And then on my other channel, if you guys don't know, I have an RV channel where I do RV gear reviews, and the inverter is one of those things that we can use as hams, but we can also use a little bit more as RVers or emergency response trailer makers, builders, you know, kit outers, whatever you want to call that phrase. But I took the Red Audio 165 amp hour battery, and I took the Junepao 2080 watt pure sine wave inverter, and I ran my Furrion Chill Cube air conditioner on it. At full tilt, the air conditioner doing all it's got to do, it was going to last me, I want to say, an hour and 45 minutes off the top of my head. Go check out the video. I'll show you how it all works out. But the Chill Cube air conditioner is an inverter AC, and so it will lower its power draw as it gets closer to the requested temperature that you have, depending on how hot of a day it is out there. So hour and 45 minutes at full tilt probably translates into 2, maybe 3 hours of overnight cooling, which gets you into that cool window and gets you sleeping, and that's pretty cool. And then what would I be doing if I didn't give you guys a discount on my Toads digital interface gear here? So I've got a 5% off coupon for those, and now I got to look up what the coupon was. Prime 26, because naming stuff is hard. So any one of these 4 digital boards up here on the top. This first one is a digital interface, and it'll allow you to prototype and breadboard out stuff and make your own interface. It's actually small enough that you can put it inside of a radio. This is targeted at older radios that don't already have built-in USB ports with sound cards on them. And then prototype away, tinker away, the full spirit of ham radio in full effect on that one. And if you want to do a little less tinkering, this is the DI6, and this will get you on digital modes for all of your older radios that have the 6-pin interface. Well, most of your older radios that have the 6-pin interface. But if it's got the Yaesu, ICOM, Kenwood kind of standard 6-pin interface, that's what this is geared towards. So All-Star, APRS, WinLink, FT8, etc. will all work with the DI6 daughter board with those 6-pin interfaced radios. The AIOC takes that one step farther and does, come on, give me the picture. I want to see the picture. And does the K connector for some of the radios that we showed you today, actually, that have that standard K1 connector on the side of them. And you can do chirp programming as well as APRS and WinLink and so on. And I have a couple of radios that I still need to test this with. I have an HF, the USDX Plus, an HF radio, 8 bands with a K connector style microphone, which means this will probably work on it. I also have the Radioddity DB25D radio that has a K connector on it for programming, and it does work on that radio. So 5 watts on an HT, 25 watts on the Mini Mobile. I want to say it's 10 watts on the USDX on HF. Will get you some fun and talking to the world. Pretty cool stuff. So discount code Prime26 gets you 5% off of all of the Toad's digital interface products and the AIOC that's out there. So again, if you missed it, leave all of the comments that you need to leave in the description down below in order to enter into the prize drawing. I'm going to do the drawing on Saturday. You probably should check back on your comment or your email on Sunday if you haven't seen it yet to see if you have won. And fill out the form that I send you to fill out so I know how to mail you your prize. The giveaways are the HD1, the A3, and the RA79 radios. You get to win one or more of those depending on whatever the random comment picker picks for you. Shipping continental United States only. Good luck in the drawing and enjoy whatever radio you do happen to get on Prime Day. If you do get something, leave a comment down below on that as well, because I would love to hear what you guys picked up. In the meantime, I have another video for you right over here I think you might enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.